24-hour dementia go-to point opens in Yishun. Why don't we just make the community center the go-to place for everyone? I believe we have 105 community centers nicely placed around the island, and we also have about that many members of parliament. So let's put that two together and use it for the people who put them there. You can go there 24/7. The member of parliament, the highly paid member of parliament, should be there 24/7 because that should be their job. And they should look at everything from somebody who got constipation to the fellow who has dementia to the fellow who needs a job to the fellow who's drunk to the fellow who's desperate. No need to have one building so far away in Yishun for people to go to. The community center was built for a reason. It is for the community. Use it. Thumbprint scanning at Tuas. They can invent any kind of system, but the point is 350,000 people cross from Johor to Singapore every day at a certain period of time. Why? They do it because they have to come here to work, right? Some do it because they have to come here to attend school. These people are not traveling from there to here for fun. The fun part of it is very few. So what was the problem? You can invent the best screening system, but the sheer volume of 350,000 people crossing over from Johor to Singapore every day is a humongous problem. You need to have several checkpoints so that the volume is distributed. For example, a couple of bridges, a couple of train crossings, a couple of ferry crossings, even a crossing when people can walk over because it's only 1 kilometer between Johor and us. But what have we done over the past years? Nobody improved the infrastructure. When the British left us, they left us the same train service. They left us the same causeway, which has never ever been improved. That is the fundamental problem. We don't need a fast train to go to Kuala Lumpur to eat durians. Lately, I've been reading about all these youthful hawkers in Yishun, in Timber, etc., etc. And I think it's brilliant because the first wave that happened in the food scene in Singapore was the formation of hawker centers. And I think it's a very nice idea for people to come to a place they can taste all the different food and most important at reasonable prices. Then now you can see that the younger people are going into this industry, but they are struggling because rentals are high. So government should do what was done before to help the old hawkers. They gave them a reasonable rental for their business at the hawker centers. So they will be the next entrepreneurs who will set up chains of beautiful, good food, young food, new kind of cooking, new kind of passion, and they love doing their job. And then they can go global. You see, if you look at what Inderjit Singh says, Inderjit Singh said that government must help the SMEs, and he's absolutely right. I don't know why there's this big work to be done for cycling in Tampines, It's as if though Tampines is the only cycling town. Look, this network should be extended to the whole of Singapore. In fact, many times I have suggested that you should make the railway track, the one that the Malaysian train goes up and down and is abandoned now, that should be the main cycling track into the city with more tracks joined to it. And the old train station should be made into a master cycling center with showers, with hanging up your bikes, etc. And a shuttle bus that brings people into the city free of charge. We should be a totally cyclable city because of our size. We are so small. Forget any other transportation system. Look at these guys, bending and bowing. We are not Japanese, you know. Don't emulate the Japanese. If you want to emulate the Japanese, then go all the way. Resign or commit harakiri when your staff were killed. Can you imagine how much these guys are paid? You know, the Admiral is correct. There is a cultural problem. You know what's a cultural problem? These three guys are paid so much money and they're paying the poor workhorses down there peanuts, thinking that they are monkeys. That is the cultural problem in SMRT. Set that right. Currently, these are the wrong people who should be earning that kind of money. The people who should be earning good salaries are the guys underground doing the work. Even if you paid those people down there more, they are not qualified to do the kind of work that should be done. Use Japanese, use German, use Swiss engineers. In the meantime, pay them what they will demand and watch your train service not break down. If you keep harping on the fact that the people down there are not doing the job, then why don't you guys get down on the ground and do it yourself and get paid what those poor fellas are paid? Better still, just take the MRT every day instead of your drivers driving you to work. These headlines take the cake, no? Cut in COEs for cars, motorbikes. First of all, why do they want to cut COEs? All they have to do is look at the policy. The COE is a good idea because we're going to have massive number of cars on the road. But we should limit every household to one car, right? And the second car, you pay double the COE price. And the third car, the triple the COE price. I can bring you to a house which has 6 Ferraris parked in front, right? What does that tell you? That if you are rich, you can afford as many cars as possible. And why curb motorcycles? This is the transportation means for people with no money, except those who ride Harley Davidson, of course. Let's make the first car affordable and punish all those with second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, 8 cars. I'll be punished too. I have 2. Thank you for being my fan and watching all my shows. But please continue to support Happy TV and watch all the other shows on that channel. And by the way, do subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the action. See you in the new season.